Hi guys, today is actually a very personal video and I never thought that I would share this. But I saw today that one of my funnels, my main SLO funnel, recovered for something very stupid that I did. And now that I've recovered from it, I finally feel like this is something I can talk about and I can share. So back in December last year, I did something very stupid. During my pregnancy, I was working very hard as a freelancer to build up some savings for the pregnancy. So for after the pregnancy, when I have the baby, so I can be relaxed and at home with him and don't worry too much about the money. And the work I did was freelance work, and I had a lot of clients, and a lot of them were not like the best fit. So I was undercharging, I was working a lot, and it was just not ideal. And then I came across this ad. And the ad, although I was making funnels for my clients already, I never built a funnel for myself because I had this limiting belief that because I'm from Austria, English is not my first language. Who will want to listen to me? I'm not that figure that speaks in front of other people, whatnot. So I never considered making a funnel for myself. And maybe you notice from yourself, you don't practice sometimes what you preach for your clients. It's harder to do when it comes to yourself just because you maybe not have the confidence at that moment, or I just had those self-doubts, and so I never had the idea of building out a funnel for myself. But I came across this ad and it looked so good, and it was an ad that said specifically, we built your high ticket offer, your agency funnel, and the ad was written really well, so the copy was very enticing, and also on the sales page there were so many testimonials, and I thought, I can just book a call. And I ended up purchasing this whole done for you funnel solution, and it cost me $7,500. And they would also say that they do the whole copywriting for you, the email follow up. You just have to shoot a very quick video based on their instructions, and basically it's like really hands off, completely done for you. And then you have like so many leads and you can charge whatever you want. And I once, looking back, I feel so stupid that I fell for this. But I once read the sentence that was something along the lines, hungry hearts eat lies. And I think at that point, moving towards the end of the pregnancy, and I think baby was actually born already when I finally pushed the pay button there, I was just so done with undercharging, working for those like complicated clients that go and delete the website themselves after because they want to make a change, and then I don't know, I had to redo it. I was so done with looking for a next client, not knowing how to charge my worth and all that. And I was so hoping for this to work that I just wanted to believe it. And also as a marketer, I know all those psychological tricks and triggers, and they were pulling all of them off. But again, then when it's for yourself and when you're in a state where you feel needy, or where you're desperate, or where your heart is hungry for some hope, then you fall for these things, or you're easier victim, I say, for those things. So the funnel got delivered a bit late. I did my due diligence, filled in all the questionnaire like as good as I could, and then it came a bit late. And the first time, like reading through those follow-up emails, I was, okay, that's hideous. Maybe I'm overlooking something. I don't know if this will work. And then then I saw the ad, and the ad was just basically one image ad, and the targeting was general Facebook business page owners, and the copy was also like extremely broad around Facebook advertisement services. There was like no educating about the problem. There was no pre-qualifying about people, if they even have the money for the service or not. So I get this back and I get a weird feeling. I get, okay, I don't think that this will work. But then I thought, okay, maybe you're just hypercritical because you're doing the same, and maybe you're overthinking things. Let's try it. And then they will also say that they do the ads for you. So I let them do their job, and they say, okay, we start with $150 per day budget. I said, okay, that's also I would start smaller, testing different audiences and all that, but maybe I'm overlooking something. I'm still hoping, because I cannot, I cannot like let the thought go to my head that you wasted this money. It cannot be. So I give them the time. They spend a lot of money. I get one call booked, and it was like a $500 call, very expensive. And it was I remember doing the call, and the woman, it was an old lady, and she didn't even know like what she signed up for and who I am and what Facebook ads are. So it was really, really weird. So then I decided to take over the Facebook ads, and I managed to get calls booked for $75, which was like much cheaper, right? So first I was having a bit more hope, but I did almost 20 calls, and none of them was like anything near to a qualified lead. And now these days I understand that there was just that this is not the way you sell those kind of services. But back then, I was still hoping. So all in all, I spent around $12,000 on this funnel with the ads. It's really so, I still can't believe I was so stupid. But yeah, so now I officially recovered from that. I started this SLO funnel at the end, I think, of May, and after ad spend, after all transaction fees, everything, just from the small cover products, I recovered from it. So I'm really glad. And I think also when I came to and there were support calls with it, so because they said it's a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And then of course there was like in the contract then there was the 100% satisfaction guarantee does only apply if they have not built the funnel out yet, and then they have the chance to redo it. And I was getting on their support. They had a support system where you could open a ticket, and they were just shutting down the tickets without answering. And then there was one weekly coaching call, and on the coaching call I saw there were a lot of people, but the people would not be allowed to talk in the call. You could just type your questions, and then he would answer to the questions. And at first I was like very polite, asking my concerns, declaring my situation, and he would always answer like, "Oh yeah, Evelyn, that's great. Yeah, we have a look into it after the call and all that." And he would just never reply. And then once I was like really getting angry and saying, "Hey, this is not what was promised at all. You guys said that you will be in there and tweaking things until they work. You just shut down support tickets. You're not answering. What's up?" And then he would also, "Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, really, we make progress there." So you could just know he's talking for the other people. Just don't let anyone know that someone is upset about the service. But basically, he just shut down everything. And after they had an 8-week support with that, and after that you just get kicked out of the system, and then that's it. And then you're left with this, right? With this mess. Yeah, so that was pretty frustrating. And but it also, once I realized that I really screwed up and what I did, and I felt very, very guilty, because that was a huge part of the money that I've set aside when working like really hard during pregnancy. That was the money that should have given me time to relax with my baby and take time off. And when I realized that, I knew I want to make it back. I want to make it work. And that was the first time, for example, when I started to share my YouTube videos on my Facebook, when I really, okay, no matter what, if I have to put myself out there, I will. I will make it up, and I will not let that sit. I will recover from it. And I'm so glad I did that. The reason why I'm telling you this is that I want to kind of warn you that you should be very careful. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And that, the high ticket courses and the high ticket programs, I also bought other high ticket courses for example, where I did like get a lot of value out. But just don't assume that someone is out there and that promise you, I will set you up with a business, and you basically get your laptop, you sit on the beach, and it will make you money. This is most likely not what will happen. And there are great YouTube channels actually on that. I'm a huge fan of Coffeezilla. You should probably check that out. So I'm now a coach as well. I now sell courses as well. I've never felt comfortable with charging these high prices for a course because I know how little the percentage of people succeeding with those type of courses is very little, and this is due to the course system. So I never was a fan of charging that much. I think there should be like a better system, and I know that also succeeding online, everyone is selling you the dream, but I know it's a lot of work. It can turn into something beautiful and passive, and like right now with the funnel, this is really more or less a passive extra income and the client stream, and it brought so many bigger clients. But it was a long way to build up to that, and there's no like quick fix overnight get rich or anything like that. If the people would be able to do that for you, they would just keep doing it for themselves, right? So please be very critical with these offers, and I hope that I'm still embarrassed to be honest, but if it just saves one of you guys the money and the shame and the pain, then I'm glad that I shared it with you. Let me know your thoughts on it. As always, I'm super curious to hear about it. And yeah, stay safe, be careful, don't fall for shiny objects.